I can't express how underrated community college is. Despite it being one of the greatest places to meet people and get an education, there's so much stigma around it. And as someone who went to community college, it irritates me whenever I hear people talking trash about it. So today I'm here to shed some light on this topic and give community college the justice it deserves. Because personally, I love community college, and hearing haters making it sound like a poor man's prison puts a sour taste in my mouth. So, in terms of finance, community college is objectively the better option. Compared to a university, you're paying far less for the same classes you have to take in community college. When you start off in college, no matter what school you choose to go to, whether it's community college or university, you have to take your GEs, which are your basic college level courses like math, science, English, and history. And every student starting off has to take those classes in order to take higher level courses. So if I have to take those classes regardless of what school I'm going to, obviously I'm picking the cheaper option. Not just because it's cheaper, but because it's the safer option. Now, I'm not the most academically gifted person in the world, so if I were to fail classes at a community college or university, I would rather fail at community college. If I'd failed classes at a university, I would have to pay thousands of dollars just to take the class again. But at a community college, it's not as big of a deal since tuition is far cheaper. So if I want to retake the classes I failed, I can do so for a cheaper price. Back in 2014, when I was in community college, classes were $50 a pop. 3 years later, tuition became free, so now I had even less to lose. Now, I'll admit, I consider myself to be a slow learner, so I spent an extra 3 years at community college. I was decent at every subject except math. I needed to finish 2 math classes before I was able to transfer to a university, and math was like my kryptonite. It's like those cuck-ass security guards at the nightclub who tell you to fuck off if you don't have an invite. I failed advanced algebra twice before passing it on my third attempt. Afterwards, I finished off community college with pre-calc. That was without a doubt the most challenging aspect of my school life. And if I had done all of that at a university, your boy would have been a broke-ass bitch selling drugs and sucking dick on the streets. But because this was at a community college, I had nothing to lose. And that's why I highly recommend starting off at community college at least. A lot of people don't seem to understand how godlike having affordable education truly is. You can clearly tell because of how much student debt is there. I think it speaks for itself, but you know it's a major problem when debt for student loans are at an all-time high. I bet it keeps them up at night like a war veteran with PTSD. That's why I refuse to believe that education is worth thousands of dollars. Like Jesus fucking Christ. The fact that so many students struggle to pay off their student loans shows how dogshit tuition fees are. That shit is way too expensive. I wouldn't be surprised if students had to sell their organs just to attend university. That is why I cannot recommend community college enough. It is truly a financial lifesaver. It is a privilege to be able to learn and get a degree without taking a huge financial risk. It makes life so much easier. And yes, I'm fully aware some people have other reasons for going to university over community college, regardless of the expenses, such as getting away from certain people or exploring other places, which is perfectly understandable. But this video isn't about them. This video is about why community college is underrated, as well as clearing up the misunderstandings behind it. Next, I want to talk about the quality of education. A lot of people look down on community college because they seem to think that the education you get there is poor compared to getting an education at a university. As someone who's attended both community college and university, I can confirm that statement is complete utter bullshit. The education is the same no matter what college you go to. The amount of money you invest into college doesn't affect the quality of education in the slightest. All teachers are required to have a BA in order to teach, So you're getting the same education no matter where you go. I never felt like the professors at my university were superior to the professors I took in community college. As someone who's been in college for 6 years, I've had my fair share of good and bad professors from both colleges. Whether it's community college or university, any professor is bound to be good or a piece of shit. Not just professors, but people in general. There are going to be all types of people no matter where you go. Which leads me to my final topic, the people. For some reason, there's a stigma towards the people who attend community college, that the people there are nothing but bad apples, ranging from troublemakers, students who aren't academically gifted, slackers, people who don't know what they want to do in life, etc. There's nothing more hilarious than hearing dumb shit like this. As I said before, you're gonna meet all types of people no matter where you go. All types of individuals exist. It's inevitable. You're just as likely to meet some asshole jerk at a university as you are at a community college. Same applies to literally anywhere else you go. Also, I got a bone to pick with people categorizing community college students as bad apples. That's an insult to me, my friends, and all the cool people I met in community college. There's nothing that gets my blood boiling than hearing some retarded fuck ass discrediting people's hard work. Because some of the hardest working people I met was at community college, ranging from all types of people trying to pursue big careers, to people who are trying to get an education while also financially struggling, to people wanting to be the first member of their family to graduate college, and people who are simply trying to discover what they want to do in life. I can't express enough how admirable that is, and hearing people look down on that fills me with genuine anger. How ignorant do you need to be to assume how others live? I am fucking confident that not a single one of you knows the struggles of another person, no matter how well you think you know them. It may not be the same way you're struggling, but everyone has their own battles. I've had to deal with shitty people like that talking down on my progress, my dreams, and my aspiration for years now, which is why I'm pretty fired up right now. Getting back on topic, the point I want to make in this video is that the stigma surrounding community college is complete horseshit. There's nothing wrong with attending community college. It's one of the best places to meet people and get an education for a cheap price, if you can afford going to school, that is. And that's why I will defend community college till the day I fucking die. Anyways, that's the video. Hopefully this video enlightened your views on community college. I can't express enough how underrated it is. And I refuse to sit by and let community colleges take a verbal beating from ignorant haters, which is why I wanted to make this video. If you enjoyed it, maybe you should like and subscribe to the channel. Who knows? Maybe you'll land that academic career you've always wanted. Or maybe your school crush might ask you out on a date. Alright, see ya.